The following review has been approved by the Best of Classic Game Room. Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the intergalactic space arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I've got a spaceship shooter you may not have heard about. This is FEACE on Sega CD. FEACE, a feast for the ears.
A scientist from the fifth planet in the Altair solar system managed to penetrate the security code of the GCSWT and destroy the data in the data
After learning about the GCSW 5912X14 intro sequence computer thing, get those driving gloves ready and prepare for FEACE on the Sega CD. I'm gonna talk like this all the time. You're probably thinking there's no way Mark's not gonna love this, but you know what? I don't really love this. In fact, I find it extremely mediocre. Let's start with the biggest flaw. Why would they cover up this amazing music with that super annoying shooting sound? That doesn't even sound like lasers. Like, what are you doing? Are you firing CD skipping at the enemies? But lasers don't actually make sound. Shh, don't tell anyone. And watch out for the annoying space debris that you can't blow up. This is just such an average game that could have been better. I'll get right to the point. The soundtrack is incredible, and it's actually not that expensive to pick this one up. You may want to buy it just for the music, and the intro cutscenes are really good too. And boss destroyed. Let's all enjoy the pilot's voice. Oh yeah.
We could be in for a battle with the Star Garrison at 5 locations on our way to Earth. Be on the lookout when we're near Sirius, the weapons plant on the outer rim of Sirius.
I think it's time for some Fosters and Crocodile Dundee up in this spaceship. That was insensitive. This kind of reminds me of a combination of Hellfire and R-Type or something. You've got this interesting laser setup where you can fly forwards and backwards and adjust the angle of your fire. But the rest of the game feels extremely generic, like you've seen it all before, and it's been done better in other games. Something about this one feels very rigid, very structured, and not terribly creative. I think the designers made great use of the Sega CD's audio capabilities. The music is fantastic. I love the music. And the cutscenes are good, but the backgrounds and the enemy designs are all really disappointing. There's far better games on the Sega Genesis than this. Even some of the lesser known ones like Aeroflash hand this its own ass. So the screen fills with enemies and the best way to fly is straight without moving. Okay. And here we have another boss, which isn't terribly exciting. Fortunately, you can play the music by itself. And that's where FEACE retains its value, because you can just ingest these songs into your PlayStation 3 and use them while driving in Gran Turismo 6. I love this handy music playing feature from the era. Nowadays, you would have to pay extra for this, and your crappy game system would probably crash while trying to install it. Don't even get me started. Great synth work here, good drums, a lot of bass, solid production values on the music, and good use of stereo. Like, what is this? A chompy mouth on the spaceship shooting missiles at me? Why are you covering up this music with those annoying sounds? It feels like they ran out of time while making this one. They started with the music first, put the gameplay second, and, you know, it's probably worth $10 for the soundtrack, and you may get some enjoyment out of it. It's not horrible, but it's just not great either. I do have a intergalactic classic game room shout out and thank you to send to my man Frank from San Leandro, California. Once again, thank you, Frank. Thank you for FEACE, which is super fun to say like that. They should get some extra points for brain spaceships shooting eyeballs, but I feel like I've seen this before. Anyway, you know what to do. Pick it up for the music, which I think you'll enjoy. FEACE on Sega CD. It's game over. The GCSW 849 thing wins. FEACE!